Jumper. Do you like that?
From his earliest years, Fred Dibnah, the Bolton steeplejack, hero-worshipped the men who worked up factory chimneys. He loved the cotton industry, the mills and the steam engines, the noise, the smoke, and the pride. Fred was born too late. It's a sad irony that with the decline of cotton, the skill he learned in youth has been employed in part not to preserve mill chimneys, but to demolish them.
To me, you know, I'd have been a much happier man if it had have all been just like it were, you know, like before the last war. The chimneys, they're going less and less, you know. When I get up now and look around, you know, I get very depressed, you know, and think like, well, there's going to be nothing left for me to do in a bit. Because, you know, they were like blades of grass one time, and, you know, now you can nearly count them on one hand. The ones that are sticking up, nobody really needs them. Monument to the dark ages.
The flattened landscape is only the most visible sign of the change and decay in all Fred sees around him these days.
This bugger all turns around in Bolton now, actually. You know, like as far as production of stuff's concerned, the firms that are going are an eighth the size of what they were. Now you look around and they call them industrial units. And the bugger all, I've got more in my back garden than what them men have, you know, the sheds, aren't they? These modern people, sort of, they all seem to be out for what they can get as fast and as quick as they can, as though there's some sort of mad bloody race before we all get blown up, you know. I mean, every time you turn the magic lantern on, there's either somebody shooting each other, or, well, last night they blew bloody front off an aeroplane. You know, I mean, what good's that done to anybody? Everybody's like trying to rip everybody else off. I mean, the bloody shopkeepers, you know, they sort of bought 2 screws the other day. £1.80p for 2 6-inch screws, you know. There's no justice there, is there? It's amazing now how many people there are who just don't understand steam engines, you know. They're totally ignorant of how they work and everything, and yet they're there in a bloody good job somewhere with a big swanky car. I know, really, everybody don't want to know about bloody steam engines, like. But really, when you think about it, it was the steam engine that made Britain great, you know. You know, it's a funny world now compared with how it used to be. It's completely changed. When I were a little lad, like, you know, if you went a ride along canal on your bike, you know, you'd come to, like, a big engine room. It might have been a bleach works or a cotton mill, and this bloody magnificent monster inside it, you know. All lights on and everything, you know, and now you go by, you know, and it's, the engine's gone, and the bloody room's empty, and all windows are broke. It's very sad. Right, Ronnie, we'll bung the all up.
Don't want to make a mess in here. It's rather splendid, isn't it?
Yeah. That can hurt, it won't come off too quick. Would it? Stretch it out that way.
Good start, isn't it?
I think she's in the kitchen, she wants. Hang on, we'll get rid of it. That's it.
Fred, I thought you not putting brushes up there.
No, we haven't got any brushes.
Well, what are you doing then?
Well, when I went in that way,
Yeah.
I saw this fella riding a bike with a top hat on.
Yeah.
And he had a coil of rope round handlebars
Yeah.
with a sweet, brush on the end.
Yeah.
And instead of shoving them up from bottom and drop it down from top, you see. Because they've all got iron ladders up their chimneys in Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't need all them bloody rods.
Well, I hope you don't make a bloody mess.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried really, you like
Ron,
clean it.
Ronnie's going to haul this cardboard over the hole now. And if you hear a bump, when you hear a bump at bottom, we're done.
I just heard a slight bump when I went
Yeah.
kitchen.
Oh, that was nothing.
Picture that
Don't
fell
worry.
off, man. Here we go. This is it. Right.
Right, Ronnie?
Right.
Right.
Right, Ronnie?
Okay.
Done now. Father will be full of suit.
Fred has spent much of his life with steam engines. The restoration of this roller from a wreck took 14 years of resolute work, in which he pressed on through domestic upheavals and public outcry.
This thing nearly caused me divorce proceedings and much upset. Spend more money on this than the wife and the kids and no holidays. Lots of people who I've come to know over the years with the chimneys say you spend too much time playing with your steam engine, you see. And you should come and get our job done. Which in some ways is very true. I have neglected my business and, well, everything really for the sake of this 10 ton of iron.
You might have thought Fred would have had enough of doing up steam engines. He hadn't, not by any means.
Next time, it'll have to have springs and rubber tyres. A tractor, compared with this thing here, you just have a little axle under here and 2 wheels on. And, like, the thing romps along with half the bloody pain. Like 2,000 quid, am I getting any nearer?
Yeah, Fred. I was thinking around 2.5 myself.
I'll give you 2,003 for it.
Well, we're getting rather nearer now, aren't we? We're getting rather nearer. Yeah, I think we could really begin to think around about that sort of figure.
That's new engine coming in the shed. We'll make it all, I suppose.
I think it's time we went for a pint, actually.
And the first job's the boiler.
Steam coming off me.
Now we're going to manage you paying for all the bits and pieces.
Oh, we'll manage. We managed before with that, didn't we? No more holidays.
Oh, we've never had any.
That was in 1979. Fred scheduled himself to have the tractor on the road in 4 years.
If you turn that up, to, nice and straight, and then make a 3.5-inch piece up to about there, like, something like that.
Yeah.
And then weld it on, stick it back in lathe, let Brian do it, we won't get a good job then.
Too clever, that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, very technical. Without a doubt. Right, give it a whirl. Give it a swing. See, yeah. I've got this end. Up a bit. Right, it's all right, that's all, isn't it? I'm very pleased with that. I think we'll have a brew now. Yeah. Come on, let's go and sort the wife out. I said I reckon about 4 years and we'd have the bloody thing on its feet, rolling, but I can't see us being licked in any way for finish it off in 2 years. It won't be completely finished, but at least the bloody thing will run, which from when we bought it, if you remember, it'd be a far cry from that, a pile of rust with rude words chalked on the side of it like this engine is buggered. Well, it's not so buggered now, is it? It looks, it's coming along like. So it looks a lot healthier than it did when we got it 2 years ago.
But the tractor wasn't fit for the road in another 2 years' time, or in 3, or in 4. 1985.
I've not really been stopped. When I've been a bit flush with the money, like, I've bought, well, the final drive for the back axle. That cost me 400 quid. And I've got the new rims for the back wheels, because these are steamroller rims. But the wife's had me building this extension on the house, you see, which has taken about 3 years out of my life, like. The place is getting a bit overcrowded now, and, like, we'd decided that we'd build a new wing on it, you see. And so the thing is, with it being a listed building, everything's got to look just right. And so you've got to have second-hand bricks. So after many a month of looking round at second-hand bricks and various buildings that were about to have the big hammer, we found these about 10 houses in one row, and 6 of them had never been messed about with. They'd never been pointed or anything. And the bricks were perfect, you see, a perfect match for the existing ones. So we went with 2 Land Rovers, the wife, me, Donald, and father-in-law, and another lad, and we literally took the front out of 6 of them and brought it back here to build the place out of. And then the lad who did the drawings got carried away, you see, with all this fancy stonework, and stone's expensive stuff. And we had another windfall. We met this vicar who said, I've got all these gravestones here, like, you can have them if you'll shift them. And so, there now are the window heads, the mullions, and the window bottoms. The thing is that, I'm a bit worried in case the bloody place will be haunted when it's finished. Like the chimney stack, the reason it turned out like that is it sort of reminds me of the chimneys that were built in 1870s, and there ain't many left, you know. They've nearly always had the tops ripped off, and you just get the odd one here and there. And it's like a sort of memorial to when I've gone, you know, people will think, you know, that's a very unusual chimney stack there, you know. It ain't got a chimney pot on like everybody else's, you know. So I suppose you could say in lots of ways it's a memorial to, you know, the great age of steam and Lancashire and boilers and spinning mills and me, I suppose. That's it,
That's
is
it.
Oh, do you think we'll get it off him, like, you know?
I don't know. I'll have a word with him. I'll probably see him tonight anyway. I'm doing a job for this guy here.
Yeah.
When I came up last time, I spotted it in the garden. I didn't say anything to him then.
Yeah.
But that's the one. It's perfect.
Yeah, it'll be just right proportions, won't it, for top of gable end?
Could do with two of them, really. Well, there's another one somewhere.
Yeah. Do you think we can get it off him?
Oh, I think so, because I know the guy who owns this place.
Yeah.
And he's a teacher, you see.
Yeah.
And I know that he liked to, in fact, he mentioned he'd like to bring the kids down to your yard to see the engines, you see. So I can work a deal in that if he brings the kids down, if you feel that you have his stone ball, then sort of payment, if you like.
Yeah, I'm game, if he is. Get steam up, let kids have a look at the engine, and we'll have his stone ball. I mean, it's not really doing out there, is it? You come home drunk, you'd fall over it, wouldn't you? Get the blocks. All right, don't strain yourself. It'll be all right. Right, Ronnie. Oh. It's quite a fearsome thing, isn't it? Keep pulling, fellas. Oh, the branch, it'd be hard luck if the bloody branch broke off the tree now, wouldn't it? Keep going. Keep going. Right.
OK.
Yeah. This is where the Tarzan act comes in now. There. Oh. Right, you're all right, let go. You mustn't go through these gaps. Right.
I'll give him a lift now.
It's safe enough, this scaffold. It's a bit shaky, but it won't collapse. Oh, no, be careful, Billy. Hang on to the pipes, not the plank. Beautiful. Right. Next job, get this off. Yeah. Right. That's it.
Yeah, I've got it.
No.
Then.
This is the one.
Right then.
Yeah.
You right, Fred?
Yeah. Keep going. Got it shot. Right.
Well, got it on that.
Yeah.
On that pin.
Oh, wait a minute. We might all end up with big what's this, have you?
So, that's it.
How's that?
Superb.
Yeah.
How's it look?
Looks all right from up here. Yeah.
Oh, it's terrific, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot better than the other thing. Let's go downstairs and have a, have
Look
a
at
view
them across
at it.
the road.
Yeah. Don't think it'll blow away so easy, will it? Yeah. The oil can's been upside down again.
Yeah, I've just wiped some up.
Oh. Stick blower on, Les, because we've only got about an hour and we've only got 25 pounds on.
be about 140 altogether.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly VIPs and customers.
Yeah.
And they'll start to arrive, what, about 11:30?
Yeah.
We'll get them in there, give them a drink.
Yeah.
If it stays like this, we can get them out here,
Yeah.
taking the drinks, just watching what's happening here.
Yeah. And you're having a young lady, aren't you, sat over
She'll
there?
be sat over there, yeah.
Are you well intuited? Nothing to do now, only wait. Where's the computer? Is the bar open? You should have a martini. Towel.
Fred, turn this way. Turn this way, lad.
Thank you.
Okay, lovely play.
Hey, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, you liked it?
I loved it. Because I'd love to do it one of those.
Smash it to bloody pieces. These people get unbelievable ideas, you know, about promoting the products. Like, you phoned them one day and they said, would you like to come to Old Trafford and run over a computer? I said, yeah, well, if you'll pay me. And that's how we ended up here. I like doing my own thing, like, you know, the steam job and all of that, and if they can work it in with their modern lives, it doesn't bother me at all. Well, some things are rather stupid that they ask you to do, and I feel embarrassed about it, and I don't really want to do it, you know. I mean, people have said to me, like, oh, you look right out of place when you were doing that, and I've actually felt right out of place while I've been doing it. Like bloody glamorous grandmother competition. What the hell do I know about glamorous grandmothers, you know, like, not really my scene. I don't think they like me. Yeah, I don't think they like me, cats. It's stuck in.
Okay, let's have you looking nice and happy.
The cat's not happy.
The cat's not happy. Get back towards me, ladies. Okay, that's it.
Bloody hard work this out.
Is it? Yeah.
Come in here,
Just one back towards me. That's it. Okay. It's a shame.
So as far as cats are concerned, what is your interest, mate?
Well, we've got one at home, you know, sort of stuff. Since I've been married, we've had about 4 cats, and 3 of them have come to grief. First, somebody shot it. Next, got poisoned and just faded away. And then the next one, I think that it just became ill. The wife took it to vets and spent 15 quid on the damn thing. Brought it back and it was dead 10 minutes later. So I told her to take the bloody pills back, you know. Which she did. 15 quid and it was dead 10 minutes later.
These paintings are being done by children from local schools, and we'd like you to judge first, second and third in each section.
I should be good at that. I used to go to that at school.
Did you?
I like that parrot.
The budget?
Yeah, no, we'll have that one for first prize.
Right.
This one.
Claire Whittaker.
Yeah. That's a nice face, now.
Yeah.
Put your hands down, darling. She's beautiful, cat.
Nice little cat.
That's all right. Yes, it's all right. You're a lovely boy. Yes, beautiful, sweet, sweet.
It's fine.
My knowledge of pussycats isn't very great. And the only experience I've had with them is having one wandering about on top of a 160-foot tall factory chimney, you know. Yeah. The RSPCA man, he's got a big, beautiful plastic basket with tied 4 pieces of string on it and filled it up with cat meat. And I'm back up the chimney again with the basket at the side of the cat. But there's no way to go in, and I don't think cats really like me. It wouldn't go in. And a man came out the crowd and he said, we have a man here who is from the animals in distress, and he's very good at catching cats in high places, you see. The manager, poor fella, since had an heart attack and died, said, we don't want no bloody heroes, get him out of place, you see. So that was the end of him, as we thought. The thing is that when everybody went home for lunch, he had to do on his own. And when we arrived back from lunch, the Black Mariah's there, the ambulance is there, he's at the top of the chimney, he's got the cat, but he's stuck. He's got the cat in one hand and clinging onto the ladder with the other, you see. So up the ladders I went. And I said, look, cop, if you do what I tell you to do with your legs, you'll be able to leave go. So you got the cat with both hands. Yeah, I went down first. He came down. Bloody police arrested him, you know, I never saw him again.